Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Another day, another video. I didn't post deck profile in a while. I mean, I did, but I was quite busy last week, and yeah, hopefully next week is going to be much better. But just a quick update to channel. Hopefully, maybe even next month, I will start to live stream on a daily basis, and I will probably start to play more and more TCGO. I'm having some construction problems at my house, so that's the reason why my videos are not, on a daily basis as they was. But I'm doing my best to keep this channel alive, and for that reason, I'm putting another deck profile in front of you. So today I'm looking forward to play with a Shining Lugia featuring Vikavolt, Tapu, Koko, and Xurkitree-GX. Oh boy, that's a very interesting deck list in front of you. I definitely like the Shining Lugia card. I mean, it brings so much memories to those old Neo Shining cards. So for those who's following me on my channel knows that I was playing like 15 years ago when the base Neo format, when that was very popular. Then I didn't play until like Heart Gold Soul Silver after that. Actually, I played also on the last old school EX eras, but after that, when the level access was, I didn't play. But anyways, Shining Lugia with Melamar, good known deck, but I decided to bring a Vikavolt inside of it and see if it's gonna work. And actually, it works. It's a pretty interesting deck list, It has a lot of potential, much more speed than the Melamar, and it's much more consistent. But it all depends how lucky you can get with the draw support, as always. But anyways, the main attacker, obviously, Shining Lugia, and the most powerful, 120, 130. On the first look, it does not seem to be too much, but if our opponent can hit for like 100, or if our Lugia can stay on maybe 30 or less HP, we can always increase the damage of the Hustle Belt, so that's the situational option. Shrine of Memories between turns can cause even more problems to our opponent, and that's pretty much it. The biggest concern for this deck is the fact that you cannot move damage counters to the top level. That's the big disadvantage, but hey, still, it's an interesting deck to be played. There's one Roadblock Sudowoodo for the Zoroark decks, 3 line of the Grubbin Vikavolt, 3 Tapu Kokos with the Fly Flip, and also 1 Xurkitree-GX and 1 Marshadow. Why Xurkitree-GX? Because it's a very good with the Lighting GX. Turn 1 we can use Lighting GX if we cannot attack, and we can just add 1 more prize card to our opponent. And also with the Rambling Bars, we can hit for 100 and discard a top deck card. But it can also prevent them from doing damage to the circuitry as long as our opponent have any, special energy, which can be annoying. Let Loose, that's a very, very good ability of that Marshadow, and it's a very playable card as well. For the item cards, there's 1 energy recycle, so you can recycle some of the energies, 3 Nazballs and 4 Ultra Balls for the setup, as well as 3 copies of Rare Candy and 2 Rescue Stretchers. 4 Shrine of Punishment between turns, we can put some pressure on our opponent GXs in play. It will also apply to our circuitry, unfortunately. So there's also 4 Cynthias, 3 Guzmas. Yeah, I'm playing 4 Cynthias, 3 Guzmas, 1 Judge for Disruption as well, 3 copies of Lily for the draw, 2 Tate Liza, also situational draw supporter or switch if we need, and 1 copy of Volkner. Why not in some situations when we pull Volkner or when we have chance to play Volkner? It can be Rare Candy energy combo or anything else that we need in that particular moment. 2 Hustle Belts for extra damage and 12 energy cards, 4 copies of Double Course, 4 copies of Grass, and 4 copies of Lighting Energies. And that's the deck list that I'm looking forward to use in today's video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, sub to the channel for more videos, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck list. So, see you in the game. Alright, so starting first, just wondering if I can open this game by going first with Tapu Koko. Looks like I can't, so Not good, not bad. I guess it could be even worse. So I'm not gonna complain too much. So for the last two tournaments, I was playing with Shining Lugia deck. And I was basically trying to find a way out how to... Okay, so this looks interesting. Let's go with the Ultra Ball and let it be for something like Guzma and Hustle Belt. So I'm gonna grab myself a... And unfortunately it's priced, so am I surprised? Well, guess I'm not. So Xurkitree, unfortunately for me, turn 1 is priced, which is not good. Especially considering the fact that I already decided to discard out my Guzma. But it doesn't matter too much. I guess I can find somehow another one. And yeah, I was talking about, you know, playing with Shining Lugia. And yeah, I mean, the deck by itself is not that bad, you know. It's a very interesting deck. I kind of like it. I fell in love with it. Also, that Shining Lugia brings so many memories. I mean, to those old school Shining Pokemons that I played like almost 15 years ago. And yeah, it's a very good deck. But the problem with the deck is the consistency. You know, at least in my case, I really like to play very aggressive style. I also like to gamble a lot, you know. I really enjoy gambling, playing this game as well. I mean, in real life, I'm not gambling, just to clear that. But I really like to play, you know, something that can actually cost you a game, or maybe that can something that can actually bring you a win. It all depends, you know. I really like to play risky moves, you know. Sometimes they get paid off, sometimes they not. Alright, looks like that this will be a decent, I should say, setup. But yeah, today I didn't have luck. That's just all I'm gonna say, you know. Basically, I was playing against Boswell deck featuring Lycanroc, so that deck theoretically can win, but on the other side, it simply can't one-hit knock on Shining Lugia just because of the fact that you have resistance, especially those Lycanrocs, you know. But hey, I was taking a risk, and I just, you know, drove. I was winning 1-0, and then my opponent just managed to somehow get luck and to take draw just because it didn't have energy to attack. And I played the Lugia with, you know, Melamar, but I decided to try to give it a shot with the Vikavolt to see how it will work, you know. Man, it looks like it works a little bit better, you know. I'm pretty happy with the performance with the Lugia. And then I lost to Zorark, Lycanroc again. I couldn't get nothing. I didn't draw nothing, and that was pretty much it. But I also make one mistake when I didn't attach energy to my Tapu Koko to spread damage and to knock my opponent Tapu Layla out with 160 HP. With 160 damage on it, I couldn't even get a Shrine of Punishment with 2 turns of Cynthia, which was very frustrating. And you know, that was the reason why I also lost that game. If I didn't, probably I would end up on the first place. But at the end, I was like third. But still happy with the performance as well. So you can see Sledgehammer just dealing 10 damage, which is pretty much nothing, I should say. So I'm looking forward to play one Cynthia. I really don't want to put as many item cards in my discard pile if I don't need. So I guess I can throw one more Nazball just to get another Grubbin in play. Sooner or later I might need it. So one energy, we can go with one strong charge. Alright, so obviously one energy to my Shining Lugia, other one on my bench at Shining Lugia. And so far so good. I can use my Aeroforce, I can hit for like 130, which is exactly one hit knocked against that Buzzwole. I can throw one energy out. and I can take one prize, which will be a double Color's Energy. And that's very important because next turn I can throw double Color's Energy and attack with my Arrow Force and deal even more damage just by discarding one energy. So I don't have too many item cards in my discard pile. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, including that Hustle Belt, which I'm probably... I don't know, Hustle Belt is a very interesting item card. It's a very underrated, but it's a very powerful and shining Lugia. Especially playing against Zoroark decks. If you already have Shrine of Punishment around, and if your opponent, Zoroark, already took some damage, let's say 10, from the Shrine of Punishment, and he decided to hit you for like 110, for example, maybe 120 with Kukui, you still have 10 HP left, especially if you have Sudowoodo, obviously, you know. And then you can surprise him with the Shrine of Punishment and Hustle Build combo with that Arrow Force. So I'm trying that combo, and I kind of like it. It's a very interesting idea to deck that card. So there is a Rainbow Energy. I think I'm probably going to win in this matchup just because of already prize exchange war. I managed to take first prize card in this game. But still, who knows? Everything is still open. I still need to take 5 prize cards. Maybe my opponent can trick me somehow. Maybe I just lost all of my resources. So you really need to be smart, shrugging your energies around the board. I still have Xurkitree, you know, which is a very interesting GX attacker. Trying something with him. And there's Kukui, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's still like 100, so I'm pretty much fine. At least for this turn. Probably next turn, I'm putting another Koko on the bench, and I'm using my Judge. That's how it is. So first things first, let's go with one strong charge, just to see if I have energy recycle available. The answer is yes, it's a positive. I do have one. Double Core's energy so I can be ready for the next turn. One Judge. Shuffling my hand into my deck. Getting Cynthia and Guzma for next turn. I'm ready to go with another Arrow Force, hitting my opponent for like 130. Really doesn't matter which energy will be discarded as long as I'm taking a prize card. So it's another Double Core's energy. So 2 of my 4 Double Core's energies was actually prized. Maybe even more of them are prized. I didn't even take a time to take a look closer to my deck while I was using my Vikavolt. So right now Sledgehammer can be a little bit more powerful. It can actually go for like 120, maybe even more, maybe 140. So Shrine has been discarded. Vikavolt Lugia is a good way to go versus Boswell Garbodor deck. Personally, I think I would consider playing Boswell with maybe Weavile and Garbodor. As long as you're running those Rainbow Energies, you're good to go. Again, Weavile, very powerful, 1 energy attacker. So my opponent decided to play himself Shrine of Punishment. Alright. Basic energy. Pretty cool. Not sure how many of them he's playing. Probably around 3. I don't think he's playing more than 3. It's just my opinion. Maybe he have more than 3, who knows? But I don't think so. Cynthia, definitely. Okay, Hustle Belt. Not looking forward to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 4 item cards. Yeah, I'm still out of the range of the knockout, so another Arrow Force is enough. throwing out one more energy. Will this be a third double cores in a row? Yes, it will be. So amazing. 3 double cores energies were prized so far. That's amazing. It's really amazing to see 3 in a row. It might be a poker, we shall see. If my opponent decide not to concede, if he decide to keep going on with this game. So obviously the bench space is for another Shining Lugia. As long as you can just keep item cards low, you don't need to worry too much against about Garbodor. And on the other side also against Buzzwole, you already have that -20 resistance. But Buzzwole can simply one-hit knock out something like Vikavolt or Tapu Koko, but at least right now he can't knock any of those Pokemons anymore. And that's a big problem. So there's a Trash Launch Garbodor. This is just a promo version with alternative artwork. And yeah, so my opponent decided to concede, so we should just try to play one more game and see which deck we can try to beat. Alright, so one more game. I'm looking forward to play with Shining Lugia featuring Vikavolt. So starting first, hopefully I can open with the Tapu Koko in the front, just because you have more different options available by starting with Tapu Koko. Just because it has free retreat and you can just pick between any other attacker. I mean, even Lugia is not bad, to be honest. Alright, so this hand looks really interesting. I have Lily, I have Nazbol and Volkner. Since I have Volkner turn 1, there's only one option available. Alright. Shall we play Volkner? Let's go with the Lily. Okay, perfect. So, guess I can have 2 Vikavolts next turn in play. That's amazing. What else I can say? It's really amazing to have 2 Vikavolts turn 2 in play. That's all you really need. But I think I'm not going to be greedy. I'm looking forward just to get one of them, probably. And the Cynthia is the another option. Just if my opponent manages somehow to knock me out, well, that's not gonna be good. But luckily he decided to attach energy to Gable on the bench instead of the Tapu Lele in the front. But even he can surprise me as well. So there we go with the Guzma, and that's gonna be quick ascension. So I need to find a way somehow to knock my opponent Gable out. Is that possible? Theoretically it is, but I need to pay very big price doing that. And it depends. It depends. I think in this matchup that's all you really need to do. So I will definitely do that. So I'm gonna grab myself with the Volkner, another Vikavolt. Right now I can use 2 strong charges. Ooh, but there is only 1 grass energy. Okay, never mind. It's still enough for the knockout, so I'm all in. I'm very interested to see what my opponent is capable to do next turn after I knock his Gable out. There we go. And I'm ready with my Electro Cannon for 150. Unfortunately, 3 energies needs to be discarded. It's a heavy price, but still, I'm taking 1 prize card. And that's another Rare Candy, which I don't need anymore. So I already used 2 of them. And I already have 2 Vikavolts in play. So for the next turn, oh yeah, that was a very quick knockout, so that's the GG. Okay, so it turns out to be a game number 3 just because that game number 2 was a quick game win against Garchomp, so deck works. That's the most important thing, right? And this opening hand also looks interesting as well. I have two Shining Lugias with Judge and Cynthia. If I can top deck maybe possibly a Ultra Ball or Nazball, I can consider playing also Volkner as well. Rescue Stretcher. That's not something that I can use as advantage. So I decided to play my Cynthia. Alright. Still not good, but at least there's a Volkner for next turn, so I can get Nazball and a Lighting Energy. Hopefully that can help me a little bit. It should help, but I'm not sure what's going to be the top deck card. I mean, Volkner is very, very good supporter card in my opinion for the lighting decks, especially for example for Rayquaza. Imagine playing Volkner for something like a Mystery Treasure and a Lighting Energy, and then you can just, play Mystery Treasure for that Lighting Energy and grab yourself Rayquaza, and then you can have that ability and 100% positive ability with energy, so that's pretty good in my opinion. Without Beast Energy, well, there's no way that my opponent can knock me out. So I'm not gonna spoil that I have Hustle Belt available. How many energies do we have? Alright, 2 and 3, 4. Alright, so 1 grass prize. Not very surprised. Yeah, if I want to knock my opponent across my out next turn, I can still do that if he tried to damage me out somehow, so I'm just looking forward to put another energy on my another Lugia. Alright, Ultra Ball. Beastring and Guzma discarded. Okay, so I always like to see what my opponent throw out in the discard pile, those expensive resources like Guzma and Beastring. Sooner or later, and again he used Cynthia before he instructs, so I'm not sure why in the world he even keep that Ranger on the bench, just for fun, I guess. Okay, another Nazball. So I'm looking forward next turn to hit my opponent for like 120 for sure, maybe even for more, maybe for 130, but I think I'm not probably looking forward to waste another energy even if I can on that Aero Force. 2 energies, Mystery Treasure, and finally instruct if he decide to do it. Ooh, will that be a... Okay, so Melamar cannot be placed in play this turn. Next turn, it's gonna be very interesting turn. I'm definitely telling that. Alright, so there's a Vikavolt. And that's gonna be a strong charge. So I'm hitting for like 120. That's perfect amount of damage. And I'm keeping my double course energy in my hand for the next turn. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna need it for something. Probably not, but let's just keep it for now. It's not that I need to attach it somewhere in this position. Okay, so this Hustle Belt is the play that you're gonna see right now. If my opponent can strike for 120, there's no way that he can one-hit knock on my Shining Lugia, which means that the Hustle Belt then can add 6 damage counters. And then Argent Wing with 3 energies or 1 basic and double course energy can perform 180 damage knockout. So that's the full potential of the Shining Lugia Hustle Belt play. I'm just wondering why nobody's trying... Oh, okay, but the B-String changed things dramatically, you know. B-String is something that I really hate, you know. B-String is just, you know, a energy that's helping Necrozma to have that extra damage. And yeah, that's a big problem. But still. What I can do? Rare Candy. Wow, nothing I can do with the Rare Candy. So I guess I need to grab that Rescue Stretcher for that Shining Lugia so I can put it back on the bench. And I need 2 more energies. At least 2 turns with 120 should be enough. DCE for the Lugia on the bench. And I'm doing my Argent Wing. Alright, so still next turn, yeah, probably turn after that, this Ultra Necrozma will start to apply some pressure, so... For me, it's just better to get something as a top deck, because without a top deck, I simply can't do nothing. So far, I just played single Cynthia, so... And Volkner, but I'm not counting Volkner because he's just not a draw support. Alright, so a couple Psych recharges. This Necrozma became pretty charged up. No, 3 energies already. Oh, but he decided to put another energy in the downrange Necrozma. And I'm wondering also where's my Shrine of Punishment. In this case, Shrine of Punishment. I'm looking for the Shrine of Punishment. I need it so badly. I mean, for me, this game is still not lost, you know. And finally, there's a Shrine of Punishment. And a Hustle Belt as well. So, I'm looking forward to put Hustle Belt in play. Use 1 strong charge. Last energy, which will goes down to my Lugia. Doesn't matter too much. I have enough for the knockout. That's the most important. Argent Wing, 120. And I'm taking 2 prize cards. Hopefully one of them is going to be a Draw Supporter, Energy, and a Nazball. Alright. Not something I was hoping for. So, 10 between turns. Okay. Metal Energy is all my opponent needs. And all I really need is double course energy or any type of... Okay, interesting. If he decides to hit me for 120, that's just not enough. But if he decides to knock me out with another Necrozma, that's enough. Oh, even worse, there's a Guzma for my Vikavolt. Alright. I think that's okay. Because right now I'm 1 step closer to win this game. Perfect. Nazball for something like Grubbin. Do I have another Vikavolt? Yes, I have. Xurkitree, interesting, but I don't have energy for him. If I hit for 130, 150, 160, 160, yeah, so I'm definitely all in here. I'm definitely all in here with my Ira Force, so I'm hitting my opponent for 130. He's taking 10 between turns. So after my turn right now, he had 160, and when he passed those turns, that means that pretty much the game is over. He can't take 3 prize cards. There's still maybe a chance that he can somehow do some crazy things by just removing my Shrine of Punishment from play. That can change things dramatically, if that can happen, obviously. But if that cannot be performed, well, then I guess it's a GG. But still, double core synergy can bring me a victory with my Tapu Koko. So he just used 2 stadium cards. I will assume that he's playing 3 of them, maybe even Field Blower. Alright, so 3 Melamars in play. Retreat for the knockout and Psychic Recharge. That definitely deserved 1 smile. Yeah, that beast energy in exact correct time. It just, you know, bring me some head edge, but at the end I think that's a GG, especially if he cannot move that Shrine of Punishment from play in this situation. But we're just gonna wait a little bit and see if there's just maybe a miracle in my opponent's hand. I don't know. What I know that I already waste all of my resources. Oh, there's a judge. Ooh, so still he's trying to find a way somehow to get out of this position. And there's more than enough resources for me. Oh, there's a Photogazer, so that's the 180, that's the knockout, but it really doesn't matter because all I can do, I can just pass my turn, and Shrine of Punishment will do all the job for me. But overall, he did good job here. I mean, I have Shining Lugia, I have like Ultra Ball, which means that I can potentially grab myself. Let's see if we can perform maybe a knockout if my opponent decides not to concede. For example, I can grab myself Marshadow before I decide to go with the Cynthia. I'm just curious to see if I can find maybe a double course energy or not. It turns out that I can't. For example, we also have Xurkitree here and Cynthia. It would be amazing if I just decided to put Sudowoodo on the bench. So yeah, I was short for energy in this case, so my opponent would probably win the game. I did have energy recycle, but I couldn't get myself a rare candy. Oh, I forget about 190 HP on the Ultra Necrozma. Okay, so it looks like at the end my opponent will just probably win this game if he have Guzma available. Field Blower, or maybe not. Okay. Really? There is the Ultra Ball. Boom! Imagine Tapu Lele right now for the Guzma play. But still he needs to find a way to retreat somehow. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that Ultra Necrozma have also 180 HP. I shouldn't do that. Next thing I should do was probably just a Rare Candy play, Nazball. Not a Rare Candy, but the Nazball for another Grubbin. And Energy Recycle for energies, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He played Ultra Ball for nothing. There's a Lily for 6, meaning that my bench will stay untucked, so he can't knock my Xurkitree out. Which means that what I'm gonna do next, I just need to fly flip. That's literally it. But in that case, yeah, I'm just a fly flip. That's all. That's all I need to do. I have option to fly flip. I would really love to perform knockout with the Xurkitree if it's possible. But I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. But we shall see. So I'm knocked out. Let's see. Shining Lugia or Xurkitree. Doesn't even matter. Alright, so first things first, Nazball. Only one Shrine of Punishment and 3 double core energies. Alright. Okay. So, energy recycle. I mean, the game is definitely over because I have Tate Liza available. And I'm looking forward to use my strong charge. 2 energies onto my Tapu Koko. And then just use my Tate Liza, which will allow me to switch my Lugia onto my Tapu Koko. And then I can finally win the game with my Fly Flip, but it was very close. I mean, I almost lost just because I thought that the both Necrozmas are actually 180. I don't know why I was thinking about Downwing and Ultra Necrozma. I know that Ultra is a 190, but hey, moment of not focusing on the game, and I almost lost. But anyways, 3 wins in a row, definitely much better in my opinion than the Melamar version. More different options available, much faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. We'll see you definitely next time. So have a nice day and goodbye.